It's the Burnsy Show on BBC Radio Humberside. Let's hear about a new community facility in the east of Hull. A former council building has been taken over by a church. It opens today. The River City Church has taken over the library services building behind the big Asda at Mount Pleasant. James Piekos has been down for a shufti.
Morning, Burnsy. Imagine you've just planned to open a new venue, a new facility, and you're just getting going, and then lockdown happens. In a nutshell, that's kind of what has happened to these guys at the Well from River City Church. They're at the bottom of Holderness Road, near the big Asda, just around the corner from the Mount Retail Park. And John Flavelle is the main man here. What's your title, John?
Well, I'm just part of the church family, part of the team. I guess I lead that team, but I'm not a traditional vicar or priest in that sense.
Chaplain to Hull KR, though, no less.
I am, yes, chaplain to Hull KR, and that's going well at the moment. So, that is a feather in my cap, I suppose.
It must have been a really strange 18 months. Planning for something like this, getting this new venue opened in the east of the city, and then suddenly being struck by lockdown.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're a church with a real heart for the local community. We desperately want to serve the needs of the people that live around us. And being physically distanced from everybody in this community has been very hard for us. And so, we've been eagerly waiting for the moment when we can open up this venue to local people and say, we're here to help, we're here to support you in all of the challenges that life faces you with at the moment.
Must be a great feeling to say this week, after many months, you're finally here.
Oh, it's wonderful. It's great. Yeah, we're a family church that loves people. And so not being able to make contact with those people in person has been really hard for us. And so, to just be able to stand out on the street this morning and say to people walking past, please come in and find out more about what we can do to help you and why we're here is a wonderful opportunity.
Well, that's a great question to actually go in and have a look. So answer that question. What are you here for? How can you help people?
So we're very aware that people are facing huge challenges at the moment, only exaggerated by the last 18 months. There are huge mental health challenges, huge issues around finance, debt, joblessness, education, all sorts of things. And we're here really to provide a centre, a home for people where they can realise that they're not on their own. We don't want anyone in this community to feel alone. And so we're trying to work with other local organisations to help meet the needs of our community. So this building, although we're going to use it for our church activities, is really a building that's there for local people. We want them to feel like they own this place, they belong here, and they can have a say in what happens in this space.
Practical things you mentioned there, but as you mentioned as well, worship, faith, and if the events of the last 18 months prove anything, it's that people need to feel part of something. The loneliness is a terrible, terrible thing.
Absolutely, and we do call ourselves a church family, and we want people to feel that sense of welcome and love when they come in. Our faith is what has inspired us to take this building and to put it to good use for the community, and we want people to find hope for themselves.
I'm fascinated that you are managing to grow this church. You've come out of nothing in 5 years. How, when perhaps other churches might be declining slowly, and I won't ask you to comment on that, but how are you growing? What is it that makes you an institution that's on the rise?
I think it's about communication. The message of Christianity hasn't changed. It's all about hope and belief that there is something that can help us even through the darkest moments. It's just the way that we try and communicate it, I think, that people are hopefully finding relevant. We're trying to say to people, this can make a difference in your life. And I think a lot of people haven't seen that. They haven't understood how maybe an old church building that they've never been into has any relevance to their life. And what we're trying to say is actually what we believe can help change your situation. And people are hearing that message and they're believing it and they're joining us, which is wonderful.
BBC Radio Humberside.
Make a difference. So there you go, the River City Church taking on the old library services building behind the big Asda at Mount Pleasant in the east of Hull. Good luck to them with that.